What if I told you the universe wasn't born from some chaotic, messy explosion, but from a single, perfect particle? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty mind-bending theory that says every star, every galaxy, literally everything you see, all comes from one unified point of light. So that's really the big question at the heart of this whole thing, isn't it? For a minute, let's just put the Big Bang Theory on the shelf and think about an origin story that's all about perfect order and symmetry. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but the way this theory builds its case is actually incredibly elegant.
All right, to really get this, we have to go way, way back. I mean, to the very beginning. Before matter, before energy as we know it, there was just this state of pure symmetrical potential. This starting point is called punto cero, or the 0 point. But here's the thing, this isn't empty space, not at all. Imagine the entire universe is filled with just one type of particle, and it's arranged in this perfect, silent, ordered network. It's a state of absolute potential, almost like the universe is just holding its breath right before creation. Just try to picture it in your head, an endless grid of light points, all perfectly still, all connected in this beautiful, repeating fractal pattern. There's no movement, no chaos, nothing. According to this model, this is the foundational blueprint of reality itself. Okay, so we've got this silent, perfect grid. But obviously, our universe isn't silent and still. So how do we get from that to, well, this? Something has to break the stillness. And that, my friends, is where the dance begins. The catalyst, the spark, is something called symmetry energy. Think of it as this energy that was always there, just dormant in the grid. And then it just wakes up. Now, this isn't an explosion from one spot. It's a universal activation that gently nudges all these points of light to finally start moving and interacting.
So how does this energy actually create matter? It all happens through a process called condensation. As the grid awakens, those points of light start to cluster together. But here's the key. It's not random. They group up in these super precise geometric patterns. And these little clusters, they form the very first atomic structures. Energy literally condenses into the stuff we're all made of.
And this is the core idea, captured perfectly by the phrase you see here, which means it's not chaos. It's a perfect geometric dance. So the creation of matter isn't some violent, messy accident. It's this elegant, ordered process, almost like it's choreographed by the fundamental laws of symmetry.
Now here's where it gets really wild. That dance doesn't just happen at the teeny-tiny subatomic level. Nope, the exact same principle scales up to create the biggest things we can possibly imagine in the cosmos.
It's the same rule of condensation, that same perfect geometric dance, just playing out on a bigger and bigger stage. Atoms group together to make stars. Stars cluster up to form galaxies. And then galaxies weave themselves into these massive superclusters that make up the cosmic web. You see, it's all one continuous scalable process.
This whole process eventually leads to what the theory calls a cosmic kiss or cosmic fusion. Now, we usually think of black holes as these destructive endpoints, right? Cosmic vacuum cleaners that just suck everything up. But TKU theory sees this ultimate coming together totally differently. It's not destruction, it's a creative act. It's where these massive structures merge back into that unified network, taking another step toward universal unity.
Okay, so if the universe started from this state of perfect unity, does it ever go back? According to TKU, you bet it does. The cycle has to complete itself. This is what's called the Big Rip fractal. It's the endgame of the theory. You see, as the universe's expansion keeps accelerating, it doesn't just tear things apart like you might think. Instead, it causes all the condensed matter, planets, people, galaxies, the whole shebang, to sort of dissolve, to decondense back into those original points of light, rejoining that perfect, unified grid. It's not really an end, you see, it's a return.
So you're probably wondering, when is this all supposed to happen? Well, don't cancel your plans for this weekend. Right now, we're in the phase where the universe is expanding and making cool stuff. But this theory predicts that in about 30 billion years, the universe's acceleration will hit a tipping point, and that's what will kick off this great return to unity.
Just let that number sink in for a second. 30 billion years. That timescale is so huge, our brains can't really even process it. But wow, does it put our own little lives into a truly cosmic perspective, right?
So to wrap it all up, the entire story of the cosmos is this beautiful, elegant cycle. You start with a unified, ordered grid. Then, symmetry energy kicks off a perfect geometric dance, condensing that grid into matter. This matter builds everything we know and see. And then, at the very end, it all just dissolves back into that unified state, maybe getting ready for the whole show to start all over again.
And that leaves us with one last, really deep question to chew on. If this theory is true, if all of us are just temporary patterns in this cosmic dance of energy, what does that make us? Are we the dancers, or are we simply the dance itself?